Voyager, and last I left off, I got all the shading done on the top and bottom of the ship. So I went back in and took all the masking off. And there's one thing I did, and I knew I was going to do it when I did it, and I just didn't glue it in good enough. That's one of the little red clear parts here. It actually popped back in, and I had to go fish it out this morning. And so I've been fighting that. Got that back in, glued it back up in its proper spot. I was going to future it this morning, but I'm going to have to wait and do it in the this afternoon because it just ran out of time, and we're having problems with the camera. We got to figure out what's wrong with it. Just one thing after another. So I did a little bit of hand painting just here and there. I'm going to start painting the sensor areas, get them all painted, and then I'm going to go back in and paint the phaser stripes, which if you look at the, I assume it is on the studio model. If you look real, they're like copper or tan color. I don't like it. I think it, to me on the show, they looked dark gray black. That's what I'm going to use. To me, they don't look right on it. But I know it's probably that on the studio model. But we like to make ships look like it was on from the show. But anyway. There's that. Got everything pulled off mask-wise, and hopefully we'll go back in and I got to touch up a few little areas where I got a little overspray. No big deal. That's just the way it is. I got all the mask off the windows, so once I get the future on, they'll be crystal clear, and then we're ready to rock and roll with decals. Hopefully, we can start that next weekend. But I want to try to get most of the painting done this week. So Voyager is taking shape. The Trifugal, and when you put the cockpit together, the way they designed the kit, if I can get my hands right here, it has a lip, and it actually stands out a little bit more. I whacked it off because the centerpiece, this is where the engines turn, it actually fits in like so. It's actually a very nice design if you just build it straight out of the box. It all fits. So this will be spinning, and this will be resting on here with the tube that goes all the way in that I've designed. So it should be like this, and this should be stationary. Alright, so I got the cockpit. I got most of it assembled. I still had some more stuff, but I got the telescoping tube on the inside here, which will fit like so. And of course, to have the lip there, it should hold it together. But for right now, I'm going to do a little test here. You have to excuse the battery test. I do have one issue with it, and I'll tell you all after I show the little test here. Alright, it spins, and it should hold the cockpit in place. And if it spins just a little bit, of course me, I'm holding it not steady, but that should work out just fine. Now with the gears, it's a little loud, but I'll allow it. One thing about the, I have one complaint. I've been trying to run it on double A's just to get the feel for it. However, and I don't know why yet. I thought maybe it's not enough juice in the batteries, so I got some fresh ones. It'll run and then it'll stop, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the motor, the batteries, the voltage. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to play with it and figure it out. But that should hold it in place while it spins, and that way, you can take that off. I may go down may go up a speed, and I may pop this back out and see what it is. And I put 3 drops of glue in here just to tack it in, and I'm here to tell you, I glued that in really good. I can barely break it loose. So anyway, I'm going to try to figure out what to do, but I don't understand why the battery, why does it stop? I don't know. I just don't know. I got to figure that out. So anyway, that's on the to-do list for today. Anyway, that's what forgot to mention. Since we've been having camera troubles, this is the second time I've done this. See my high altitude pilot? Everyone seen that last one? I put his head on there. Took the helmet off Made a vacuum form plug out of it, and I made a, if I can get it, made a vacuum form helmet, and fit on like so. So if you built the 229 plane and you got this figure, you do the same thing. I think it looks pretty darn slick. But anyway, that's on the to-do list. On the to-do list too. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. I got to figure out what's wrong with the memory card, the camera. Well, I won't go to the computer, and we're trying to figure out the battery and the motor on the Trifugal, and Voyager is getting some paint. So that's what we got going on today. So stay tuned for next exciting episode.